Hey, it's just the manager. I'm here with Jay the Kid, and we here with another episode. You want to introduce yourself a little bit, bro?
Yeah, so like I said, my name, I go by Jay the Kid, Jayy the Kid. I'm a local up-and-coming artist coming out of Arizona. A lot of my music is pretty different from a lot of the shit that you probably listen to. I feel like if you had to put me in a category as an artist, I feel like you probably had to put me as like a pain music artist, you know? So it's nice to meet y'all, and thank you for the opportunity to be on the podcast.
No, for sure. I appreciate you coming out. I mean, I feel like pain is definitely like a relatable thing, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People relate to the pain that you go through. Like, especially like when it comes to people that are fans. Like, people love that.
Right.
When Juice WRLD came out, people loved that Juice WRLD.
100%.
Because he's talking about that shit that, you know, other people weren't talking about.
Right. Same with, like, you know, even like the old legends coming up. So like Pac is a good example of that. Pac was a really big revolutionary artist for a lot of people, and I think especially during that time there were a lot of people who related and resonated with his pain. You know what I mean? And that's why like some people call him, you know, probably one of the greats for sure.
For sure. And a lot of people don't know also that, you know, Pac's mom was, you know, a Black Panther.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, no. If you do your history right, yeah, you know, Mama Pac was a Black Panther. Yeah. Spent some days in jail. I think it's like a really well-known story that it was like she was like pregnant with Pac while she was in jail.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, man. Shout out to Mama Pac for real.
Yeah, and you know, he was a poet before he was actually an artist.
Right. Yeah. One of my favorite, believe it or not, I have one of his poems in my room, and it's one of my favorites. It's a famous one that he had, but it really resonated with me. It's the rose that rose from concrete.
Okay.
You know, and it's just basically, you know, a good depiction. Again, relating to everybody how to go through pain. You know, just coming up from, you know, not being dealt a good hand, but still rising up and becoming, you know, essentially just as you are, beautiful just the way you are, type of thing, you know.
For sure. That's real, man. That's real. So I have like 3 main questions I'm gonna ask you on this podcast.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Cool.
It's gonna deal with you personally, but at the same time they're kind of like sidebar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, the first one is, what do you think you would do if you lost all the opportunities to chase your dreams and your aspirations that you currently have right now? How would you restart?
Just like in the sense, like if almost ideally, like if I had to start over.
Yeah, if you had to start over from right now, where you at? Like, say you lost all your fans, lost everything, and you had to start back over. How would you do it?
That's actually a really good question, because times back then were not what they are now.
Yeah, so for sure. It's a whole different level.
Yeah, you know, because when I was coming up, Facebook was still such a new thing still, and like people posting like covers and things like that. That's how I got my start. Was I started posting like rap covers of like, you know, different famous songs, and I would just do like the remix, and I write my own lyrics, and I started to kind of, I didn't say I get no crazy buzz, but I started to get traction a lot on my page, and I started to get a lot of people that would comment, you know. So now thinking about it, you know, now everything has to be like a viral moment. You know what I mean? Now everything has to be something where it's like
something crazy.
Yeah, you know, because
you gotta catch somebody in the first 3 seconds.
Right, because an average human attention span, it's like you gotta catch it within like the first 3 to 5 seconds. Because if you don't, it's like next thing you know, they swipe up, you know, type of thing. So if I did have to start over, you know, I think that it would, first things first, you know, I think I would just do it how I started from before and just do it by myself. Because, I mean, that's, for me personally, it's not that I can't work with nobody. I just think when you're first starting out and it's just you, I think that there's a lot more drive. There's a lot more motivation because it is just you know? And I think for a lot of people who, you know, when they first start out with something, whether it's being an entrepreneur, whether it's being an artist, whether it's trying anything for the first time, it's going to take multitudes of practice and constant consistency of just continuing to, get better and better, you know? So I think for me, it would really have to come to a matter of like, probably posting every day, you know, just like they do now, you know, because again, what was working back then doesn't really stand for now, you know, because again, talking about the viral moments and talking about nowadays, it's like posting consistency is what can get you traction, you know, because again, one solid video, one good set of content could blow up for you, you know what I mean? Then get your name out there. That's how you attract followers and everything like that. So I probably have to say posting consistently, and then, you know, again, probably doing what I used to do, man, was I used to show up at like different spots. So, you know, like how here they'll have like First Friday.
Yeah,
So
they don't do no more.
Yeah, no.
All y'all fucked it up.
All y'all can't get along, you know what I mean? Y'all fucking it up, but
fucked it up, bro. That was my favorite thing.
Oh man, that was cool. Cause like I said, back then, what I used to do was I made it a point. I made like little cards that had like my name on it, and it just had like my artist name, and it had a QR code, and I would just pass them around at First Friday, just be like an artist, like, you know what I mean, and just go around.
It's like handing out your CD.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which, you know, a lot of people know I used to do that too in high school, but I think that for me, again, getting yourself out there by interacting with people, right? Because now a lot of days, like I think that, you know, when people try to gain attraction or they try to get a name for themselves, it's like they're scared to go in places to actually meet people. Like they would rather do it all online. Like, you know what I mean? Like to them, having a certain amount of followers is like, oh, like I got kind of like clout behind my name, but you ain't never met half of these followers. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you saw them in public, you probably wouldn't even be able to tell them out or nothing.
For sure, man.
You know?
And I know a lot of people that are, when it goes to the followers, I know a lot of people that got a lot of followers.
Yeah.
But they're not like a person you want to meet in like real life. You know what I'm saying? Because like I probably I got like 1,500 followers. You know what I'm saying? I just now started focusing on it and shit, but I got like 1,500 followers, and dead ass, like I ain't never been somewhere where somebody was like, bro, you're like cool, like they ain't never said that I wasn't cool, or like I'm legit, like in person in real life, I'm one of those people that got like actual thinking cap on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm actually able to have conversations and socialize with people. I don't like going out, I'm gonna be honest, I don't.
I get it. Those two. Yeah.
I'm not an introvert, or I would say I'm more of an extrovert. I like to be out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't like to be like out at the clubs or at the bars. I've been in that phase where it's like you see the same dude that's at the bar every time you go there.
Every time, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Time.
And you don't want to be that guy.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be the guy that's legit, like, I'm here, and when you see me here, you know I'm coming fresh, or I'm coming whatever. I'm always going to buy, you know, drinks for the people I'm with. And whenever we leaving without causing no problems. You know what I'm saying? You know, anytime I show up, it's just good business.
Right. You know, and I think that's a really big difference between like now and then. Because it's like back then, like how it was, like how you said before, like before First Friday became what it isn't anymore, it's like you could go to First Friday and you could just have a good time. Like you could be fresh, walk down the street, like go check out all these different vendors, these foods, and should be cool. A lot of times everybody just buzzed, they're having a good time. But it's like nowadays it's like everybody want to cause problems. Everybody want to have like this like ego trip and like have this pissing contest to see like
everybody want to be more gangster than the
That's
next
what I'm
nigga,
saying, bro. It's like I can understand, like again, like I grew up around a lot of that stuff, so I can understand when people are accustomed to that lifestyle. But it's like I know a lot of old heads, bro, and old heads, like the way they move, they're not like out here like, you know what I mean, you know, trying to be showing it off or trying to cause no problems. Like everybody trying to have a good time, you know. And it's just, again, it just depends on certain people, you know what I mean. But kind of just going back to what you were saying, bro, I feel like right now being a gangster is hot. Being a gangster is what's popping right now. Like everybody wants to be like the baddest dude out. Like, you know what I mean?
I get it. I grew up around old heads.
Yeah.
That's it. Just old heads, like aunties, you know, uncles. My family from Detroit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm from Indiana.
Yeah.
So like my family from Detroit. Our summer vacations were going up to Detroit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like living in Indiana, you already got that after shadow of Chicago.
Right.
And then if you do work up in Chicago like I did, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then it's like, you got that in you. You know what I'm saying? Once you realize that it's not all that, like, that's when it's like, nigga, y'all niggas is just acting wild.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Because realistically, everybody want to be the biggest gangster.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be the most feared nigga, have the most money, this, that. You know what I'm saying? Really, I learned, like, at one point back when I was doing my shit, this is a small little story. You know what I'm saying? Back then when I was doing my shit, like, I got to a point where people would be afraid when I would show up to places.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I never wanted that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But to me, I thought, like, oh, I'm just standing on business. Like, everybody else is just over here acting fugazi and shit. And they were, you know what I'm saying? But I would take shit to, like, the next level.
Right.
Too quick.
Yeah.
And I learned that, like, just being able to, like, control myself, like, hey, bro, like, this situation not worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you blowing up a whole spot, you know what I'm saying, over, say, somebody talking slick to you and they don't even know who you is.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like, it's not their fault they don't know who you are.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, do you stand on business on that? At all times, when you think you want to be the next gangster, you feel like you need to stand on business on everything.
Yeah, 100%. You know, and I think also a lot of that, not your situation in particular, but like more like from the situations I've been around when I've seen guys play the part. A lot of the time when there's a real G like that in the vicinity, it's like those guys don't play. Kind of like what you were saying, like most of the people that I know or who I've come to know, it's like when they turn, bro, there's no going back. They kind of like, it's like a split second, and it's like you can't really even control that because that's a them thing, you know. But again, somebody who's not used to that, you know, or somebody who plays that part and then is around that stuff, more than likely 99.9% of the time, they gon' bitch out. They gon' you know, go chop it up with them, you know what I mean? All that other stuff, you know what I mean? So that's why, like, again, when I see the scene that's out here, man, it's just, it's not that it's upsetting, it's just kind of like, it's weird to me. It's weird to me, like, how you guys are trying to hop on this wave of being gangster when it's like the fools that are gangsters, bro, they're not trying to be gangster. That's just like
the lifestyle.
That's the lifestyle they come to live. And if you talk to anybody who's like out there doing that shit, bro,
here's the thing too, niggas that's really doing shit, they don't got their phones out recording what they doing. They ain't out here fucking, you know, making it a point that, you know, they got guns and shit like that. Niggas is in the sideline of you seeing them. Man,
hey, they don't even have social media, bro. Most of them don't even have social media.
If they do, it's like a fake account.
Right. It's like one of those like user some, you know what I mean? Like they don't even got their name or nothing on that bitch, you know?
So it'd be like Mr. Cap-a-lot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So that's why at the end of the day, like I can understand why some people would want to jump on the wave, but it's like, again, it also comes from a standpoint, me growing up around that, it's like the dudes that I was around, they weren't trying to be like that to stay like that. Like them dudes, like now those people that I do know now, some of them elevated, some of them left that shit behind, and they trying to get out. Because people, if you ask anybody, bro, anybody who grew up in the struggle, they not doing what they doing to stay in the struggle. Motherfuckers are trying to get out. But you most of y'all out there, and I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm speaking for the some, and you know who you are. You guys are trying to inch your way into this struggle when it's like there are people who are trying to get out. Like you guys are trying to get in here and like play the part and, you know, be a part of it because it's trendy, bro. But there are people out here who are accustomed to this their whole life and they trying to get out because that's not the lifestyle that they trying to lead. You know what I mean? Like they not trying to make it cool because to them that's just not cool. You feel me?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. Any nigga that's in the streets that's really in the streets and not trying to be in the streets to do this shit, they'll feel this right here, what I'm about to say. It's not cool having to have 2-3 phones at all times, you know what I'm saying? Missed calls, you know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out like what you doing for the day. It's cool being able to go anywhere you want to eat for the day, for sure. It's cool. I can go to Benihana's today. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not cool having to make sure all your doors is locked every day and all your windows is locked. And then you stay up an extra hour or two making sure like shit ain't about to pop off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's cool having the money to be able to take them bitches out to go get a bottle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's cool for that.
100. Yeah.
But at the same time, like, nigga, I lived that life for so long. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That, like, it was, like, really hard for me to live a normal life. Like, after I got locked up and caught my charges and shit.
Yeah.
And, like, I was like, all right, I want, because really, only thing, I'm gonna be honest, every street nigga I've ever talked to, the only thing they ever wanted, truly, was just, like, a white picket fence and a house with some kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing they ever wanted.
Peace of mind.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
But we get in the streets so deep. Once you get so deep, it's like there's no turning back.
Yeah, right. 100%.
There's no turning back. But people don't understand that, man.
No.
They take like, even like this rap shit. They take the rap shit and they take it too far.
Yeah, man. You know, and that's another thing that, like, you know, that I've come to understand, bro, is like being in this game, or at least starting out in this game, it was like, it was all about talent, bro. It was about, could you rap? You know what I mean? And could you really rap? Like, and not.
You from AZ?
Yeah. Born and raised here. Yeah.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 27. 27.
Okay, you a year younger than me. Okay.
Yeah. But you know, for me, it was like coming up. I was so used to like being around people that it's like, you know, they got bars, bro. Like, their rhyme schemes were crazy, like the way they could rap. And a lot of these dudes were multi-talented, you know. But now, as I've gotten older, it's like everybody, it's like people are making characters out of these rap artists, or like trying to be characters of these rap personas. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, like how you said, a lot of people just play the gangster part. None of them ain't never done time, ain't never caught no charges, ain't never been off the porch. Like, you know what I mean? But a lot of them will fake the funk just because of who they around.
A lot of people don't know how it feel, you know, to go. This is the real shit. A lot of people don't know how I feel to go do a shootout. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know how I feel to lose, like, your brother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of people don't know how I feel. What happens nowadays is, say, me and you are homies. We're cool, like how we are right now.
Yeah.
Say, I'm gonna say there's a third person in the group because I don't want to compare it to any of us. Because it's definitely some fraudulent shit.
All right.
But say there's like a third person and like we both know him, like sidebar of some shit. You know what I'm saying? But we're close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like one of us said, like, he gets killed in a shootout and we claiming him as our closest brother that we ever knew in our life.
Right.
Like, people surround themselves around death.
Yeah.
Like it's a fucking game or some shit, or like something you want to swarm to. It's like flies to a light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit's not cool. Cause like when I lost my brother, that shit hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when I had to do the things I did in my life, it took me a long time to get over shit I've done in my life to be the person I am today. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like everybody that see me today, they like, oh bro calm, collective, he respectable, like he do good business. Like, yeah, bro, it took me a long time to like actually be like, this is what I want to do. I want to be able to, you know, have kids, have my own place. I want to be able to do this. I'm kicking this shit to the curb.
Right. You know, and to kind of speak on that too, because I agree with you 100% with what you're saying as far as the idea of death and people making it a game. Because
they claim it. It's like they want it to happen.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and then they don't know what to do when it happens. Because I'll tell you, kind of like you know, again, I don't know how it happened with your brother, but when I lost my dog, it was unfortunate, you know what I mean, and it was the gun violence, gang violence, you know, but it was one of those things. Kind of going back to what you were saying. You
see niggas come out the woodworks.
Niggas
that ain't never been around for
people
years.
That dissed him, bro. People
Literally.
that dissed him. Look, and I'm gonna say this because this is the only time I ever said it on camera. There's a homie that we used to be close with, bro, that tripped out on this dude over a gram of weed. Like back when like weed wasn't nothing but like over a gram of weed, bro. Stopped talking to him. They stopped chopping it up, whatever. The day he died, bro. This dude was posting all up about him, bro, talking about, this my brother, he's like, long live my brother, this and that. And me and dude got into it, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't nothing where we like threw hands, but like I confronted dude and was just like, hey bro, listen, like, Y'all weren't even cool, bro. You flawed for that, bro. Like you ended a friendship over a gram of weed, but then now that he dies, it's like y'all are cool again. Like, nah, fuck that, bro.
That's what I say, niggas. They will fucking scurry for the light of some death. You know what I'm saying? Just like they can get some clout off of it, and it's like, I honestly feel like that's bogus as hell, because like, I'm not gonna lie, if I die today, there better be 15 people, 20 people at my funeral.
Right.
That's it.
Talk that shit. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because I don't know 100 people that really locked in with what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I know about 20 solid people that support me. You know what I'm saying? Love me. You know what I'm saying? There's family members I know that are on the sideline that they send like, oh, you doing good? You know what I'm saying? Like they check in. They can come. You know what I'm saying? But all these people that be claiming like, oh, they friends. They is so flawed. It's so flawed because it's like the people that end up in those situations, they didn't want to end up in those situations, but they had to be in a certain type of lane to even get put in a situation like that. Right. And then nobody want to help a nigga out of the situation before they got into that point.
No, bro. It's like, again, like how you just said, like, you know, it's almost like they making death like a trend, bro. Yeah. And you know, and again, that's why it's unfortunate when it's like, that's what kind of like what you were saying. Like,
here's an example. Like when Juice WRLD or King Von died, or even Dolph,
or PNB.
Yeah, PNB. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A lot of people weren't even listening to, or Nipsey. Nipsey's one of the most gangster.
Yeah. I'm glad you said it.
A lot of people was not fucking with Nipsey.
I'm glad you said it.
Until he died.
I'm glad you said it. Yep.
But Nipsey was one of the realest niggas ever. Like, this is the only nigga that was a Crip that was like legit trying to involve all the gangs together when it was Bloods, you know, Pyru, whatever you was.
100%. 100%.
And he ended up getting taken out by somebody inside his own circle.
Right.
That's how much niggas will move towards death. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and I think it's so crazy that you brought it up, because I feel the exact same way. I feel like when Nipsey died, kind of, and I feel it more with Juice and Nipsey and Pop Smoke, dude. When Nipsey, Pop Smoke, and Juice WRLD died, it's like all of a sudden they had more fans out the woodworks. Like all these people were like bumping Pop, Nipsey and Juice WRLD. Like it just became like this huge thing to like jump on this wave. And that's the thing, bro. Like nowadays, it's like you got a shit ton of bandwagoners. That's why kind of what we was chopping up with earlier. It's like you can have fans. You know what I mean? Because I really think that there's a difference between fans and supporters, right? Fans is somebody who is like, kind of like what you said, like those distant family members. Oh, like, you doing good. Glad to see that you striving, this and that. But they probably ain't never going to buy no tickets for your show, bro. They ain't never, they're not going to
I feel like no merch. I get what you're saying. I feel like that's two different categories, too. Because you have family like that that'll do that, but you also have family like that genuinely just, like, care for you, but they just don't. Like, everybody got their own life going on.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%,
So it's like
100%.
me, I'm from Indiana. All my family in Indiana, Detroit, you know, Tennessee type area. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know for damn well, half them people ain't coming out here.
Right.
But I know they'll still support me, whatever I do.
No, yeah, 100%. And
I know family members that'll buy tickets for shit.
And won't even come.
They won't even come. They'll just buy the ticket just to support.
Yeah. No, and not even specifically those type of people, right? But what I mean more, and the reason why like I'm tying it back up is because, again, it all goes back to those. Yeah, it all goes back to that. You know what I mean? But more so in the sense.
No, for sure. You good? I was just making sure everything.
No, you good? Yeah, no. I was just saying. Like I said, it just goes back to what you were saying. How they were trying to make it a trend. I think that other than making death a trend, the idea that I was trying to put is just like nowadays everybody's trying to hop on something. Yeah. There's no real authenticity anymore. Everybody's trying to hop on one bandwagon to another, and that's why I said they're trying to make death a trend. They're trying to make all these other things.
Do you think that's like? Obviously, I feel like it's only in like the United States. I ain't never been nowhere else where it's like how it is here. You know what I'm saying? But do you think that's like regional, where it's like it's different on the East Coast, different on the West Coast? Because to me, Like, I think it is because.
In what stance?
So, I made this example the other day.
All right.
And, you know, like I said, I do business with Byron. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Byron. Byron cool. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't. But you seen the video, right?
Yeah.
Where I'm from, that shit would not have went how it went.
Okay.
But he wouldn't have been a person no more. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just I feel like it's like, you think people that do that is cloud chasing? Like they chasing that look, or what? Like what type of deal is that? Because like where I'm from, if I got a problem with somebody and I actually see them out, or if I get them in the right position, oh, they gone.
Right.
And it happens every time. Like, we got big artists that's coming up, like in Indiana, like where I'm from, and they gone on site. You know what I'm saying?
Type shit. Yeah.
Somebody find them, they're gone.
You know, I think that, as far as going back to your question, I do think it's different. You know, I think it's different depending on where the region is. But, you know, I can attest, because I got a few homies from Indiana, and they've told me the same thing. That's kind of how it goes down there. It's like almost
you don't get to throw hands in Indiana.
Nah, man, nah. And you know, and the thing is, it's like, I think they are different, and I say that because, like, you know, again, like, for instance, times have changed, right? Because before, it's like, if you had a problem with somebody, if there was beef and it was on site, it's like y'all would scrap it out, you know. But nowadays, it's like people don't want to take it there.
People are scared to get
fight.
beat up.
Yeah, bro.
They are scared to get beat up, bro.
You know, and I could test this way back in the day. One of my first fights, I got my ass whooped. Like, I got beat the shit out of, which again, it was something that never happened again, but it was definitely a lesson learned. But
I mean, everybody gotta get beat up one time.
Yeah,
you know
but what I'm trying to say is that, you know, sometimes when people get beat up like that, it fucks with them in the mental to the point when they think that that's never going to happen again. That's why they start carrying, right?
Yeah.
And that's why it's like, in most situations, it's like they see their next dude on site. It's like, I'm never going to let that happen again. Or because I was humiliated so bad, he ain't never going to laugh at me again. So that's how they usually get marked out.
Look,
you know?
I'm gonna say this. So, like, I don't count, like, when I was a kid, fights, getting beat up, I don't count those.
Yeah.
We was all kids, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up, when I was growing up, like, we was kids fighting. We was fighting each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was fighting like grown men, you know what I'm saying? But, like, as a grown man, how I am now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never lost a fight yet. But I know for a fact, like I said before, there's always somebody more gangster than you. There's somebody that could beat me up.
Right. Yep.
But at the end of the day, I ain't gonna back down.
No.
I think the main lesson in life is, like, if you back down, it shows how you is. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you willing to fight, everybody gotta respect you.
Yeah.
Even the nigga fighting you.
Yeah. You know, and no, not even to detest what you were saying, but like when I was talking about how, again, when I was young getting in fights, because you're right, yeah, most I've been around people where it's like all they did was grow up fighting. So it's like, again, those are different breeds of people. And what I'm talking about is, there are those people that when they get their ass whooped, their idea is, again, it goes back to the idea of pride, right? Because it's like, I'm never gonna let myself get in that situation again, or let anybody.
Like, somebody gonna have to die to touch me again.
Yeah, you know,
100%.
So like, that's why I said, like, as far as like the East Coast, I know that shit pops. Like, I know it's like something, if it's on site,
you go to Jersey, you go to New York, you go to fucking Indiana, Chicago,
Philly. There ain't no talking, bro.
Yeah, there ain't no talking.
No.
As soon as I see you, it's up. You know, that's how it is over there, though.
Yeah, you know.
But out here, like, I mean, it's weird because, like, in Arizona, it's like the fight, pull guns type shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you go to Cali, like, niggas in Cali don't play that shit either.
No.
They play sets and blocks.
Yep.
They do.
Yeah.
So
100%.
like, it's like Chicago. Like, Chicago, they do blocks.
Yeah.
Like, yo ops could be 300 feet that way.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Or it could be literally down the street, just outside away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that far. So, you know, kind of going back to what you were saying, like, yeah, I do think it differentiates, you know, because, again, I think it just, other than it being different, I think it just depends on the people. You know what I mean? Like, it depends on the people, just because you know, they, going back to what we were talking about earlier, not everybody's gangster, bro. You feel me? At the end of the day, I think the one who carries the gun and ain't never shot is more likely the one person to get shot. You know what I mean? That's why, like, nowadays, like, you got people that are out here carrying and they got no business carrying. You know what I mean? Like, more than likely, half the people that got a gun, they ain't never shot it before. You know what I mean? They just got it for protection or defense or whatever.
A lot of people don't know this. I thought this up myself. You know what I'm saying? There's three tones to being a gangster, okay? It's your appearance. You know what I'm saying? How do you show yourself around other people? You know what I'm saying? How do you show yourself, like, in closed doors?
Yeah.
It's your tongue. Who you be talking to, who you be telling, and what you be talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's your ears. Because you shouldn't hear nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I fuck with that.
That's some real shit, though.
Yeah, real shit. Real shit. I fuck with that.
And that's how like Ray came up from, like, the streets. Is like you should always show yourself in a good appearance. You should never talk about. You should know what you talk about to certain people or who you talking to. You know what I'm saying? Never tell the police. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
I need a lawyer 110% of the time.
I plead the fifth. I don't even know.
Like, bro, I look. You pull me over for a fucking tail light. I ain't talking to you. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you what you need, but I ain't talking to you.
No.
But that ass, it's like, I don't hear shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear anything. I don't know what anybody was talking about.
Nope. Kind of like with that oldest saying, like, I hear no evil, see no evil. I can't hear nothing. I got glaucoma in both eyes. I can't hear it.
No, for sure. I mean? Like, he said, yeah. I'm legally blind. No, but you see what I'm saying? But that's like some real shit. Like, if you don't play it like that, you gotta play it like that.
Play it to the full extent.
Everybody everybody want to bring out phones and think that it's most gangster to do this and do that. Like, nigga, y'all niggas gonna be up where I was at. You gonna go straight to Fed, and they gonna hit you with some hefty charges, and your life gonna be done.
Free my dog Jill. You know what it is. Shit.
No, for sure. I mean, and like I said, if you live that life, if you do that shit, do it. But a lot of these people can't handle that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
A lot of people that do it, they can't handle that.
You know what? And here's something that I'm gonna say. I'll make the record straight. This probably gonna be taken, however. Gilbert, I was born and I was raised in Gilbert, so I'm just gonna say this right now. The Gilbert goons do not speak for us. I'm gonna say that right now. Like, that whole thing that happened with those fools and that, all that shit, bro. That we do not affiliate with those fools. Like, those are just some weird ass fools. Those are people trying to play the part, bro. And the only reason why I bring that up, bro, is because ever since that whole thing happened, it's like Gilbert had.
I don't even know what happened.
No, it's just basically what happened.
I know you dressing everybody. You know what I mean? I don't even know what happened.
The reason why I bring it up more so is just because of that whole incident that happened, and I ain't even gonna say it, but the incident that happened is like Gilbert got a bad name from it. Gilbert got like this name in the sense that it's like, anytime you see like certain people out there, it's like, oh, you assume like they playing the part of gangster, when it's like not a lot of people know, bro. Like, Gilbert used to be active back in the day. You know what I mean?
But see, every time I've been there, Gilbert, it seemed like it's Caucasian.
And then, yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, especially like
Gilbert,
if you go to
Chandler,
Gilbert,
Mesa, anything really east that way, kind of seem
right. And I'll tell you this, 100%, because Gilbert's been renovated over the past few years that it's been the where it's at. Like, again, like, I think now it's like third safest city in the world.
They still doing construction out there.
Yeah,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
Arizona, we always gonna be doing construction, bro. For as long as like the 90s, we've always been in construction. You know what I mean? I don't think we'll ever stop. But you know, again, I'm speaking up for it because a lot of time, like, again, Gilbert gets a bad rep because of these fools. Like, you know, at the end of the day, you're right. Majority of what Gilbert is now is Caucasian. It's just like is you know, eateries. It's like people just walking, enjoying themselves. But like, don't be twisted, bro. Like, a lot of those neighborhoods in there, bro, there's a lot of OGs in there. There's a lot of old heads just chilling, you know what I mean? And they ain't doing no talking. They chilling, they doing their thing. Or you might even see them up and down the strip, bro, but they minding their business. But ain't nobody out there trying to cause no havoc. You know, ain't nobody out there trying to gang banging Gilbert, bro. And that's, again, it's going back to what we were just saying before, bro. It's like, more than likely, the person that's loud about it, that's like, oh, like, I'm doing this, I'm banging this and that, you more than likely ain't never done it. You ain't
For
never, because
sure.
I can tell, I've seen on social media all these people out here who are saying they from Gilbert or they bang or they do this and that. It's like, dude, I could take you to certain places, whether it's Chandler, Phoenix, or Mesa, and I'll show you people who really bang, bro. I'll show you people who literally grew up in that shit. You know what I mean? So,
See,
yeah.
Look. We gonna have to do it in the part 2 for sure. For sure. you like one like I had another person that was a good talker on the you know what I'm saying, that being able to conversate
man.
about certain shit, and like you have some good conversations. Obviously everybody comes back, you know, for a part 2, but I might have to get you like 2 and 3.
Let me know,
part
man.
2 and 3.
We can make it happen, bro. Like I said, I only talk when I need to, bro, and at the end of the day, I don't ever say nothing that I don't ever stand on. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I'm always with it.
At the same time, you can't hold them back. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
like,
man. Nah.
This is what we do.
Whatever don't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse. You know what I'm saying?
This is Clear the Air podcast.
Right
So
here.
we clear the air.
We
like
cleared
niggas,
it out. You know what I mean?
Niggas gonna have to, you know, put some smoke up for us to clear it, and y'all keep the smoke in the air.
Let it all out. You know what I mean? Set the smoke alarm off. Shit.
Nah, for sure. If there's anything you want to say, you know what I'm saying, right now, I mean, we said a lot, but I didn't even get my other 2 questions out. That's why I said we gotta have to run this back again.
Shit, man. I mean, like I said, if I'm really go off like, you know, a question. I mean, if you got a little question real quick, I'll answer, you know, within the next few minutes or so.
Yeah, I'm saying we only got a few minutes, so it's like, let me see. I'm gonna go sidebar. I'm gonna keep those other 2 questions for later.
Yeah, we can do that.
Those is like I said, you see how long that one question went. You know what I'm saying? It's deep talking.
But I'm cool. Like I said, I got my availability up, so you just let me know what's up. We can make that happen.
Fuck, man, this is on the spot too. That was a good talk on one question.
Hey, bro, like I've never been able to have a conversation like that with somebody about that certain topic without it being like controversial. So it's cool to be able to have that conversation with somebody and it be like leveled out.
It's an open platform. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Like I said, look, we can talk about. Say I fuck with like your ops or you fuck on my ops. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, this is a platform. You know what I'm saying? We talking. Like at the end of the day, we ain't being disrespectful to each other. You know what I'm saying? We just talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
we just clearing the air, man.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's why I call it Clear the Air. Look, you get it now.
Yeah, that's tight. That's tight. Yeah. Okay.
Niggas they don't be getting it. They don't be getting it.
That's tough. Yeah.
You just clear the air. You know what I'm saying? But fuck, man. No, we just gonna wrap it up. We gonna bring it back for a part. Look, I'm gonna get him in here next weekend. And we gonna get another episode in because that shit was that was some raw shit.
Shit, hey, let's make it happen, man. Hey, shout out to Clear the Air podcast, man. It's Jay the Kid. You gonna see me back here, man?
No, for sure. You know, this is just the manager as always, man. As always, hey, we'll catch you next week. It's always next week. Last week we took a break, but next week we'll be back in with another episode. Bro's episode gonna drop and y'all gonna love it. All right, Clear the Air podcast, we out.